right?
Yeah, over 10 years.
Oh my God,
It's crazy.
you were just a little girl when I met you.
That's
Uh,
why you loved me so much.
we were like, oh yeah, you don't even have gray hair, remember?
I know. Look at this.
Maybe I start to get some white beard when I start periscoping, and then we became grandpa.
It goes fast, man. It goes fast.
Wow.
Too fast.
Yeah, you moved here from Kentucky.
I did.
You were like, which Kentucky is known all over the world for the Kentucky bourbon.
That's right.
I see. I'm
That's
gonna get it.
right.
And it was like the funny fact about you that you were like 2 hours from Target. So every time you forget some milk or
So
something, you have to drive 2 hours there.
that was the big thing. It's like, you were like, how far out do you live? I was like, I'm 2 hours from Target. Uh,
That was the
it's crazy.
craziest time
It's
ever.
crazy. Yeah.
And
It was the middle of nowhere.
at the time I was living online. I was like online live like 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
And you come into the chat, we had to stop going because we laughed so much. Of,
We had
of
fun.
you replied to
We
everybody. It was amazing. Really, really, really fun.
we
And
had a good time.
since then, you saw the way of life here. You say, you know what? I'm tired to be 3 hours from Target. I just want to be half an hour from Target. That's what you
Right.
did.
I just want to be half an hour from Target. That's what I want for my wife and my children. Half an hour from Target.
At
And then
45 minutes from school.
it's funny because, I moved to Vegas and I found myself moving further and further out of the city. So now when anybody comes to my house, they're just like, "Oh, it's so far away,"
They are scared. They didn't even know where you come from.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm right in the middle of everything compared to where I come from. I can
Crazy.
walk out my door and walk to a Starbucks. So like it's not the best coffee in the world, but
But
I can walk there.
it's always mediocre, you know?
Right. Yes, it's all you always get the same quality of
Yeah.
mediocrity.
Even if, for example, when I go to see my girlfriend in Lynchburg, there's a few Starbucks, and there's one that sucks. One here next to my house. There's one that is in the Target shopping center. Inside
Mhm.
Target is very good, and the one that is real Starbucks sucks every single time. Something wrong. I don't know. Maybe the guy that employ the people, they just employ something that they
Yeah,
cannot
just
make. Yeah.
whatever they can get, to
Straight,
to work those hours.
straight out of jail. I see those faces and say, "Oh my God, I don't want to know why you're here,
What's
why
your
you were there."
story?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
where do you come from?
We talk about stories. What do you think is gonna happen to all these people, if anything, that are implicated with the list that we were waiting forever to come out? He's been dead for 7 years, and now a couple of days ago came out the couple picture of this guy with a beard. They look exactly like him. Have you seen those pictures?
I have. I
My
have.
God, can you imagine he's alive there? If I don't
So,
allegedly,
so here's the thing, Marco, and I've talked about this for a long time. So the releases that we're talking about, it's been long told that that has been an operation of blackmail. Well, blackmail is a currency. It's like a dollar or a yen or a euro or cryptocurrency. The problem with blackmail, it's the most powerful currency in the world because men who don't need money can trade blackmail and still get something in return for it. The problem with blackmail is that once you spend it, it's the only currency in the world that once it is spent, you can never spend it again, ever. Because once blackmail is revealed to the public and it becomes public knowledge, the currency loses its value.
so in order to be rich of that currency, you have to have a lot in your backpack as
You
blackmail.
do. You do. You have to have a very big bank vault, filled with that currency in order for that currency to work. So the reason it's been so protected for so long is because a lot of powerful people have used that as their currency. And once that currency is gone, once you can no longer spend it, then the value out of that whole economy is taken away. So it's been very it's been held very tightly, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, if you're holding on to that, then maybe you're implicated." And I'm not saying that anyone is or that anyone isn't. I think that probably everyone to some degree is, but even if you're holding on to that currency so that you can use the power of it, you're guilty by association by not releasing the currency, not letting the public know what is really happening. So, whenever you look at the drops that you've seen, um, a lot of people are really surprised, really shocked, as a lot of people should be. A lot of people think it's probably worse than what we're seeing, and it probably is. Everybody's probably right, but the truth of the matter is, it's always been protected and held onto for so long because so many different people are using it for power and for negotiation and to get the things that they want to get in the world. And I believe that guy is still alive. I don't believe a guy like that is swept under the rug that easily. Um, there's too much. There's just too much. So
And now there is
whether he go
someone
ahead.
came out with the thing that he saw someone coming out in the that was alive with a wheelchair that
Mhm.
night, which make you think a lot. And the guy that did the autopsy and the funeral, all weird stuff. So and there is a chance that that is not, and that one day will come up. The truth will come out, like the
Right.
fact that the Führer was living in Argentina or other stuff
Yeah.
that like,
Yeah.
and then will come out. People know, but
Well,
I'm
and the problem with that currency of blackmail, a currency that you can't spend or it loses its value. The problem with that currency is when you can't release all of the information, you will always leave the public suspect. They will always wonder what really happened or what's really going on. So it creates the conspiracy theory because whenever you don't provide full truth and full transparency to people, people will speculate and people will ponder and people will come up with their own conclusions. And those conclusions are what the mainstream calls conspiracy theory, which is a dirty word. They make it sound like we're crazy people, but really we're just people who know that there's an answer and we're just trying to find out what the answer is because no one provides it.
I think we are at the okay. I heard something from Mel Gibson, which everybody thought was crazy, and now look like it's less crazy than it was, and talking about a possible nuclear winter, which will wipe out all the um, North Hemisphere countries, and who's safe is like in Argentina. There is a place called Patagonia where they can go and save themselves. So in that case, it can be very, very destructive. And we know that the planet went many times on this rebirth, killer rebirth, because there is so many images of, it's not only Pompeo Herculano that was submerged by lava, and other places were submerged by water. There was big floods. There was biblical things that happened in the past.
Right.
What if this
Right.
happened?
Well, I mean, and that brings us to
I like
okay.
to be in a podcast having a little shot with
uh,
you, and
Hey, it's
okay,
been
it's been funny.
all day for me.
Oh,
So I started early. So my thing, Marco, is when you're talking about that
could I
nuclear
put could I
winter.
put two? Look, I put a little bit of this,
Oh, look at there.
like a
Look at there. You're like a bartender.
No, actually, my girlfriend showed me this, and I was like, oh my God, with good maple syrup and a little bit of bourbon, it's like the best old fashioned homemade, you
It's
know?
good. It's good. It's good.
So
Have you ever tried those cherries that are the brand name is called Filthy Cherries? Have you tried those?
you can put it inside.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In an old fashioned.
Felty,
Filthy.
filthy.
Filthy cherries. Try those.
Okay.
I will I'll bring you some. I'll bring you
And
some.
they sell them at the grocery store?
They sell them at like Total Wine or at Lee's.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, they're
Because we
so
have in
good.
Italy other cherries called Fabri, and white and blue bottle. It look like very
Oh,
fancy.
I know. Yes,
Those
yes.
Fabri thing, oh God.
Delicious.
Mwah.
Yeah, they're delicious. They're
But
delicious.
okay, yeah, you text
All
me
right,
after.
so
It's okay, okay.
I will. I will. So when you talk about nuclear winter and
Salute
you talk
anyway.
about, yes,
Salute.
you too, brother. You too. Love you, man. So when you're talking about nuclear winter and you're talking about Argentina, and you're talking about it being a possible escape, you know, um, there's one thing that I don't hear anyone talking about, and it's something that concerns me a lot. There was a book written in about 1992, 1993 by Seymour Hersh called The Samson Option. Um, there was, according to Seymour, there is a nation in this world who who had a covert and undercover nuclear program that if all the world powers decided not to side with this nation anymore, they could press a button and nuclear missiles would launch on every major nation in the world and assure their destruction. To me, that theory from the early 90s could be more possible than ever. And if you're looking for a place that you could survive a nuclear winter, what cataclysm could cause that nuclear winter? Sure, natural disasters, an asteroid hitting Earth, anything
Super
like that,
volcano.
super volcano. But there's also man-made destruction that could cause that effect as well. So if you have people, as we push further down that path and that path gets more and more frightening, if you have people who are looking and seeking out a place that could survive a nuclear winter, why now? Like, I know that the world is fragile right now. I know that there's a lot going on. I know that we're very vulnerable, physically, as far as a super volcano, or that three eye atlas that just whizzed by our planet. If it had been off course a little bit, something the size of Manhattan striking us would have been catastrophic. But that's always been the case. Volcanoes and meteors and all of these natural phenomenon, that's always been a threat. But it just seems like that everything is escalated so much more quickly now. And it makes me wonder if that writing, that theory that was written about in the early 1990s, maybe hasn't come to fruition, and lived out its entire lifespan and now is here and knocking on our door. And maybe that's why the collateral, the currency of blackmail is so hard to give up now. What currency is larger than blackmail? Well, it's destruction, you know. So that's been one that has plagued me, and one that I've thought about for a while now. And
So
the guy who wrote it was brilliant. I mean, we wouldn't have had a lot of what we know today in modern politics if it weren't for Seymour Hersh. He we had the church hearings in the 1970s because of his work. So he's a pretty brilliant man. So it got deep quick, Marco. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's how it is with us. It's like, let me show you something, and then
It
it
won't take
goes it
long.
goes deep. It goes deep soon. uh,
Oh,
Those are inside joke that we know.
that was
You know this.
that joke goes back 10 years.
Uh, uh, okay, this is a funny thing. Okay,
Okay.
what is the thing you like the most after you make love?
Bourbon. Before, after, during, uh, it's bourbon always.
Mine is the clapping of the people around. It's my favorite thing, like neighbors come congratulate. That's my favorite.
People hiding the eyes of their children.
uh, uh,
Mm.
I was I was talking to Scarlett before, and she's like, "There is these people in town. They're from Scotland, and they got kicked out of my place yesterday. I see them outside, all sad. So why? Because they are like very nice with the women, right? But they're a little European, so very. And
Yeah.
they thought they were creepy, but they are like nuclear engineer because there's a nuclear plant there. They are there for a couple of days, and I'm like, no way. So yeah, I let them in anyway because they're very tough in this club. In her club, like you screw a little bit out. There's so many people that want to come in that you really don't want any problem.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
And they're, you know, I'm
and they are so
from that.
cold there.
I'm from that area. That it's not far from where I'm from.
Yeah,
We're
closer
not.
the target.
We're not. They are closer to target. We're not used to the European behavior. A little more conservative and buttoned up in those parts of the world.
I know. I was walking with my brother here, coming out of the bar, and we were hugging, right? And someone told Flaminio, my friend, say, "Oh, nice, the gay couple that just came in." No, it's his brother. Those are just European. I'm far from gay.
Just yeah, very far from gay. Yes,
I'm
and
very
just
metro.
just affectionate, affectionate.
No, I always say there is a little gay part in everybody of us. 25% of us is gay. Just my 25% is lesbian.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is the truth. Men like to impress other men. Men like to, show their masculinity, brag about all the things that they have done. Where we have bravado. Where testosterone, in a way, I've always said it's kind of like that's the way men flirt with each other. Like, just, hey, I'm
Yeah, look
bigger,
at my
stronger, and badder than you.
yeah, look at my
Like,
car.
that's it. That's it. That's what it is. Try to oppress each other. Women do the same thing. Women do the same thing with other women. But it's but yeah, I think both of our 25% are lesbian. Yes.
Yeah. I know that sometimes get us in trouble. Um,
So tell me, I'm going to take over the interview portion of this show. How are you and Scarlett?
Good, amazing. I mean, best relationship ever. She's very, because she put the Bible in front of everything.
Yeah.
So she's just like that woman that you don't imagine exists. And then
Yeah.
she come into my life, and I'm like, how is that possible? And
Yeah.
there's a huge gap in age, which could be a blockage, but her family take me in open arms, so I was very very lucky on that. my boys see her like a mature person. So, you know,
I've enjoyed meeting her the time that we've met. Um, so the next time she's into town, we need to do something. We should get
yeah, we have to
together.
do something, absolutely.
Yeah, we should
And
get
plus,
together. She's awesome.
all of my friends that are my little circle, I don't have many people that call friends, they all like her. So I say,
Yeah,
okay, she passed.
yeah.
And my
She
mom,
passes the
she passed
test.
3 months in Italy with me, and yeah, best best relationship ever. So
She's a good person. You're a good person. You deserve each other. It's nice. It's nice.
I'm a nice woman.
You are. You are. You've got good legs too.
the the What is your daughter going to college?
She is going to be a teacher. She is she's a
She
sophomore.
of course, and she
She's a
start right away,
sophomore.
right?
She's already teaching. She has her own
She's too
class
good,
right
too
now
good.
at a private school. So she teaches and she goes to school both full time. She's killing it. She's amazing. She's doing very well, doing very well. And if you're in her class and you disobey her, she'll pin you to the floor.
I know,
She
because she can do
Yeah,
that too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But
Um,
she's doing great. She's doing really great.
we have one more thing in common: the fact that we moved from one side or the other. You of the United States, I'm from the other part of the world to come here. What did you find the challenge that you face moving here, and what you like, what you miss about your old place?
You know, um, we moved here. We were talking about moving here, Marco, before we even met you. So, Brandy's mother had just passed away about a year before you and I met, and she had said that she wanted to move. And I told her, I said, "Well, let's take some time. Let's really think about that. Let's decide what we want to do and where we want to go." And we had a list of a few cities, that we would consider moving to. Las Vegas was one of them. Austin, Texas was one of them. Nashville,
Nice.
Tennessee was one of them. And n- one thing you'll note about this, all of these places don't have state income tax. Tennessee doesn't have state income tax. Texas doesn't have state income tax. Nevada doesn't have state income tax. So we had a short list of places. And then when we got to know you guys, and start developing relationships in Las Vegas, and then we saw that there was potential opportunity out here for us to do something. We kind of saw that as our opportunity to go. So
So
we
Target was not the
Target was not the main factor.
okay.
It was probably top three. Top
After
three.
state taxes, after
State taxes,
weather.
opportunity, Target, and weather. Yes. Target number three, weather number four. But I think the hardest part, and I think you could probably relate to this, had to leave my parents behind. And my parents were getting older and were not in good health. And that was hard. So we moved them out here with us after we were here for a while. And, that didn't turn out exactly the
You
way.
work your way up there, though. You build a beautiful house, and then when everything
Yeah,
is
I
ready
mean,
for them,
when we first moved here, we didn't even know what side of town we wanted to be on, or
mhm,
where we wanted to live. So we got a rental home for about 6 months until we felt out everything, and then we bought a house, um, in Desert Shores. You're familiar with that place. We bought a house in Desert Shores. We outgrew that fast. We bought too small of a house. It was too small, especially if we were going to have company and my parents coming over all the time. It was just
mhm.
too small. So then we moved. further out, and built a house that was big enough, and that's when it was right. That's when it was right, and they came out here and they lived with us for a while. But, when you talk about the hard part, um, there are things that I miss about Kentucky. I miss the ability to go out in my backyard and shoot a gun if I want to. I miss fishing, I miss a lot of things like that. But the thing that I miss most are just some of the people, the family, I miss being around my parents, and I know that Brandy missed being around her sister and her dad and her uncle. Um, but we came out here and really just have fallen in love with it. We love it out here. I love the weather. Back in Kentucky, they're still under snow and
Same.
ice, and it's 3 degrees outside, and who wants that? So I wouldn't change anything, and there have been some hardships, but all in all, it's been worth it. We wouldn't change it. We would do it the same way. What about you? I mean, you came from further away than I did. I mean, I
Yeah,
came from Kentucky. You came from Gaeta,
I was in the
so
prime of youth and strength. Like the 27. I
mhm,
fly in vacation with the dream of stay in America, and then all the cards unfold exactly how I wish they did. Because I
mhm.
think that when you put your head in something, just happens. And
Yeah.
when you want something so good, you manifested, you pray for it, and then it happened.
Yes.
So when I came here, it was just exactly how I thought. First thing I did, I was in West Palm Beach, and this guy wanted me to work for him. So I go into the store, come out, and this guy pushing me. I'm still Italian, like very. Who is this guy? And the guy stopped me, the owner of the place. It was Donald Trump coming out, West
Oh,
Palm Beach
wow.
thing.
Uh,
So he's like, oh wow. So I already was like placed in the a society. Then I
right.
come to Vegas after going around a little bit, and I met Jennifer. 2 weeks later, I was married, and then I was back in Italy, introduced to my parents. It was like very, very easy. And
Right.
just because I really want it badly. So I
Right.
see every opportunity. You can say yes or no in every decision in daytime. I did all
Right.
the right moves. But was tough because the first year you cannot go back when you start to do the paper.
Yeah.
And that was tough, tough, tough. I remember the summer of 30, it was when I applied for my citizenship and I have to be here for my birthday. I was so sad. It was the sad birthday ever. And my 50th I did in Italy was the best one ever. So,
Yeah.
but usually I pass my birthdays in Italy summertime, and I could not that year. So that was the toughest part, but still tough. And you are in a beautiful house in a jacuzzi with a bunch of friends, but I still miss my mom and my father because they are the most
Right.
important.
Right. There's just some loneliness,
Yes.
there, um, but would you do it over again? Would you do anything different? Would you still do it that way? Because you've built a beautiful life, you
Yeah,
know?
I do it exactly how I did it. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
if the outcome was my kids, I'll do
Yes.
everything because
Yes.
it's really. You remember when I discovered there were two, I freaked out.
Right.
Then I discovered there were two boys. I was so excited.
Yeah,
And then
I bet.
when when you first meet those two little children, you're like, "Why are you? I love you so much already." And how can it be
Right.
possible?
Yeah.
Because the anticipation, those 9 months waiting for them to come
Yeah.
out. And now that they are like the beasts, they are, it's like a
Yes.
very, very, when you walk with them and they are both bigger than you and stronger than you and cooler than you. And
Yeah.
that's it's funny because the the father is the only man in the world that want you to make to do better than you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they felt that every day, and they felt they feel best too. So
Yeah.
they are
And they're
they are
man,
they are
they're good
Christian
guys.
guys. They are both Christian, very Catholic and conservative. So I did
Yeah.
it all good.
They're amazing, amazing, amazing guys, both of them. Good young men. Good young men. Cheers to to
Cheers
to 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 good kids.
to good kids.
we did something right.
Hmm.
Not everything, but something,
Yes.
but
And
something.
yeah, I love my time in poker. I love my time as a hairdresser. Uh, my photography was very cool thing to do.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
start to show off my art, my prints in art galleries all over the places, from New York to Las Vegas, and now they're on Getty Images. So I'm like, I cannot be more blessed with that. And now I'm
Mhm.
starting the new chapter. That is something I should have done when Periscope was around, to start the YouTube channel. And I started last year, and now already getting there. You see that little thing there?
I see it. I was looking at that a second ago. Yes.
So they send that when you first do the first 100K.
Here's my question. Why did they get rid of Periscope? It was
Because I
such
tell you, I
a
tell you exactly
good
why.
app.
Is You know why? Because
I
remember,
think I know why. Yes.
because
But you
it's
tell
real
me why.
true news. And Twitter at the time when he bought it to kill it, because Twitter was leftist. And lefty doesn't want that to happen. So what happened is
Yeah.
when you control the news and okay, remember you can zoom in the planet
The
and
map.
see in the map and see whatever happened. So there
Yes.
was a fire in LA. We can zoom and see who was periscoping from the location, and that cannot happen because then you see the truth and you see the guy
Correct.
running with a fucking flamethrower in a hand,
Yes.
and they say,
Yes.
wow, fuck, there's too much surveillance. We have to own the surveillance, and now they own it. you know,
That is exactly why they got rid of Periscope.
it cannot be.
That's
It was too amazing, and it was gonna grow crazy because when people
it
don't
was
know.
it was the best. Marco, we had good time.
Let me hang up this guy. Decline. Okay.
Yeah, we had good times on Periscope. It was fun.
Very good times. One time I was on this chat, there were maybe 1,500 people watching, and this guy coming to the chat and said, "Jimmy's in the house," and everybody was going crazy in the chat. It was Jimmy Fallon, and it was
Oh,
like,
wow,
and
I
it was like,
remember
and
that.
it was like,
Yeah.
and it was like, I say, it was like, yeah, right, and I continued being stupid. That's why I did that. But then I went to check on the mess, and it was real, verified on the thing. So.
I remember that. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
remember that. It was crazy. And that's what was kind of cool about it. You could just kind of scroll and I miss that app. I miss that app. It was good. No, nobody's done it quite as good since.
I don't think, not even close. All the live
No.
platform they did, they always put too many things, like the delay that we have here.
Yes.
It's 25 seconds. You know,
It's that
yeah,
much?
that bad. It's ugly. Now we can see each other good because we're on the app, but then if
Right.
you see it replay, we are 25 seconds behind. In a Periscope was that, you know what I mean? It was so
It
cool.
was
And then
instantaneous.
when they start to put people that can join the chat, that's when they say, okay, this is too much. Because now
Yeah.
that was like what we're doing right now, 10 years ago. So
Right. Right. Yeah, we had some fun times on Periscope.
which,
It was man, it feels like it was forever ago, but it also feels like it was yesterday, you know?
yeah, Giancarlo never called me. So he's calling me. Because, I know he's at home. I can see his
Mhm.
location. Which his location is this app is called Life 360. It's unbelievable.
Mhm.
You have it?
No, we don't use it.
Okay. It's like you can see how fast goes in the car, when he left. Hey, boy, I'm alive. Look with Jody. Say hi.
"Hey, buddy, how are you?"
So I love you. You look beautiful. Okay, I love you. Bye bye. It's in Reno, and it's unbelievable that place. It's
It's
really, really,
beautiful.
really cool because. And then there is like Francisco in San Diego, so it's completely different. One is dressed with a jacket, with a thing, and the other one is flip flop and going to surf every day.
Yeah.
Unbelievable! What a
Yeah.
beautiful life.
It is, man. It is. It's good. It's good. It's very good. Reno is beautiful, man. Reno is a beautiful place. Um,
Look at my latest edition of the family. Wait, can you see it?
I can't see it. What me say? What is it? What is that?
A lizard. I just saw it moving up there. She's eating.
What kind of lizard do you have?
It's a savannah monitor. It's like a beast. It goes up to 20 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
I know, crazy. But
Birds, lizards, dogs,
spider,
spider.
and I had scorpion for a little bit, but then I gave it to a friend of mine because I was gonna go on vacation in Italy for too long.
Right.
Sometimes he was there forever, and when I came back, he sold them.
Oh,
I did the same with a kinkajou that is like kind of is in a raccoon family, but look like a monkey. Have a pencil tail that you can hold them, and unbelievable animal. I have a male, you have a female. I gave it to him. It was a poker player. His name was Scotty Wynn, and then he gave it away. He said, "I can't take it no more." What the fuck? I just give it to you for the summer. So he gave it away. And
oh,
like he gave it away also. He had two server cats that are like kind of look like a cheetah, smaller,
okay.
and he gave those away too. So
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, the first gun that I ever owned was a 410 single shot that my grandfather owned, and his dad had it before him. So my great grandfather had it, and then my grandfather had it, and then
your
my dad
father.
had it, and then
Hmm.
he handed it down to me. And that's the gun that you're supposed to learn on. So I would go and I would hunt squirrels and I would hunt rabbits with this gun. And it
Was that
was
22?
no, it was a 410 little
410 is the
shotgun.
caliber. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. 410 shotgun, single shot, just held one shell at a time so that you could learn. And,
You don't do mistakes. Yeah.
yeah. So I learned how to shoot on that gun, and it was incredibly accurate. It's probably the best gun ever that I've ever owned. I loved that gun.
You still have it.
Well, I'm getting there.
Mm.
This goes back to your story about your pet setting. So my grandfather, who loved to drink and he loved women and he loved all the things that are not good for you that you shouldn't love. He came to my
You do
house
not
one
fall off
day.
too far from the tree.
Well, he came to my house one day and he said, "Hey, can I borrow that gun?" He's like, "I want to shoot some squirrels with it." And my dad was like, "Of course, it was your gun before it was mine." And he's like, "Take it and go squirrel hunting with it. That would be great. That would be fun." He sold it.
For a lap dance.
He sold it for a lot of things, but I can relate to your pets being
So
given
yeah,
away and sold. It happened with my first gun.
I'm uh, I'm a sucker for animals. Right now I have two goats, which one is pregnant. I'm not the father, and and there is a Doberman male
Mhm.
called Drago, Chihuahua, few chickens, and two cats. Cats is the latest addition that my fiance manifested. I said, "We need a cat here. We need a cat." Because there was a couple little mouses coming around. They said, "Oh, we need a cat. We need a cat." She starts just, I swear, she just started to say meow, meow at night. These two black cats show up, and now they're always there. Actually, they push my Doberman away from the food sometimes to
That's
eat inside the
funny.
thing. So, and they just show up, and we adopted. And that's my mom there. That's why she don't want to come here. Because she said, "Oh, if the dog gives you the thing and stuff, I don't want to just give it to someone to take care of." So I
Yeah.
might gonna go
Yeah.
there and spend more time this summer there too.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And
You,
I mean, it's good to go back. It's good to go back too. That's there is part of me that when I do go back home, it does kind of feed your soul. You feel that connection to the place that you came from. Um, I told people I'm glad that my heart was formed where it was, but my brain just couldn't stay there.
mhm.
You know, um, so it is good though to go back and get in touch with the place where, your roots were developed, and to see family and to see people that you were raised around and raised with. It's good for your soul. It just doesn't mean that it's for you all the time.
Can I do something? Can I
Yes,
do the second part of this interview vertical? Because people on the phone can watch different.
of course.
I'm gonna just end the stream right now. You stay there,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna change the setting and go vertical on all
Okay.
platforms. Just a second.
I'll stay right here. I'll be
Yeah.
right. I'll see you in a minute.